Hello my soul family, welcome to the School of Light. My name is Christy Ramirez and I'm your soul coach, motivational speaker, spiritual influencer, and teacher here at the School of Light. Today we are here to continue our tarot class. So amazing, we are in our third class today and we have still yet to go through more arcana cards, major arcana cards, and I just want to let you all know that, remember, this is about using this guidance, this wisdom, and this knowledge for our soul growth personally, and then also relatively, collectively, how we contribute to humanity, how we can become better people, and how we can also collaborate. This is again also what the soul journey teaches us, that it's just more about ourselves because we are one with the universe, one with all things. And the tarot collection is the journey of one soul, which is again where we started with the full card, but then slowly they're starting to add more people into the tarot journey. If you think about it, after you get through the major arcana, which is the major spiritual awakening part of the spiritual journey, then we have all these other numbers, right? Like the Three of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, like all these different other number of cards with different elements that are in relation to other people. So how us in relation to other people are now at, and that's where we're building up to. So I kind of wanted to put that out there as an overview so that you can remind yourselves as we're looking through the major arcana today that this eventually is also going to be applicable to how you are in relation to the world. And that, ironically, is the last card of the major arcana. It's the world card, number 21. So that's a major point that I had to say this today. So I think that this is a great intro for today's class. And also note that when you're watching these videos, this class, that you can always rewatch as well whenever you need extra guidance or confirmation on a card that you're looking or wanting to know more deeper meaning into. I did also apply a close-up of the cards so that you can also be able to see it visually if you don't have ownership of these cards at home. As you're watching this course, all you need is this course so that you can learn these cards with me. Alright, so let's get started then with the card for today. Alright, so as always, we're starting with the before tarot, then we get into the present tarot, which is the current tarot, the classic tarot, and then after the after tarot, which is what happens after. And originally, the classic tarot, of course, is the classic one, the one that was created originally, and then the before and after tarot were created after by other artists, and it was intuitively also channeled artistically. And it's interesting as well that there's only one available by each author. So this is like the only before and after tarot that you're going to find. So it's the only resource that we also have to compare to, which makes it more accurate as well. So again, that's where we're at. Today we're starting with the Hangman card, which is the perfect card to start today. I feel like every set that we do for each class have a similar root that is similar. It's a similar factor that bring them all together. So today we're kind of like into another energy, right? Because last week's energy was like the Lover's card. It was, what else did we get? Like the Hierophant, the Justice, which was all about like, partnerships and balance and love and marriage, spirituality, spiritual divine partnerships, etc. And now we're into this other energy where now it's more of like a solo part of the journey, which is the Hangman. It's the card that represents the pause before action. It's the card of contemplation, reflection. It's the card where you think before you speak, you think before you do. But it can also be almost like a punishment as well, in which you're held back maybe by karma because of wrong choices. Or maybe you're held back by the divine for spiritual higher reasons. There is, in this before tarot, 2 crows on top of this tree that he's hanging from. And as a spirit animal, the crow is the intuitive messenger animal, bird from God, from the spiritual realms. So he is here becoming enlightened. He does have a golden halo around his head and crown chakra. He's being illuminated in this pause of his life. And that's okay, these pauses in life are needed. Don't think that you're stuck because you're not moving. Sometimes that's actually also a part of the journey and a major part of that. This is the number 12 card as well. right? Which if you think, in numerology, I actually first thought about midnight, and midnight is like then the start of a new day, right? Technically. So this is the pause before the new chapter, the new day, right? And there's healing that takes place in here. There's creative inspiration that takes place. And then there's also a rebuilding of courage, confidence, self-esteem, right? He has a lot of orange and red. He has green. It's very powerful. And I want to take a look at all three cards before we get into, of course, getting deeper in the meanings by looking at the booklets and then even interpreting further the artwork. The Hangman, this is the classic one. The crows are gone because guess what? The crows already gave him the message. And the message can be given in any sort of ways. Through dreams, through your own visions, prophecies, right? This is when we download prophecies. And when we download what we want for our future, what action steps to take, divine spiritual guidance, is when we're in stillness. This is the stillness card. That is what contributes to enlightenment, and then hence your ascension journey, which is what this whole alchemist journey is about. And interesting as well that his hand position also changed. In the before, his hands are hanging. He is surrendered. He's also really not knowing what he's doing per se, or where he's going. But now he's getting comfortable in this hangman position. He's putting his hands behind his head, or it could be behind his lower back. And he's just like, okay, I'm gonna wait here. But now he's getting too comfortable, right? Which is why, ironically, the next card is the death card, which is what propels him to change. The death of the ego, the beginning, start of the spiritual awakening. So this can also be like the dark night of the soul. And then maybe interpreting all the lessons he learned in his past. The feet position also changed. He's in the tree pose, the yoga position, upside down, which is a very serene pose for spiritual insight. And then in the after tarot, let's get these. In the after tarot, wow, someone's here to offer him some water. He's obviously getting dehydrated from being on the tree too long. So this is also symbolic, right? You can't be in a pause position for too long, because then you start to run the risk of becoming ungrounded. This can also mean, again, you see how we get different meanings? Someone who is on the spiritual journey very high, doing all this creative artwork, but it's almost like he loses touch with his physical body by this time because his body's hanging upside down. And he's really not doing anything to take care of his body because he's basically hanging from a tree. So it's impossible for him to move around or even get food or water. And now in the after tarot, someone's coming to his rescue and telling him, you need to get down from that tree and you need to come to earth, get some water, get some food, move around, breathe some fresh air, upright, right? Get a clear perspective now. How can you apply this now in the earthly realm? That's a very powerful meaning to start with this Hangman card for today. And of course, we're going to continue for more major arcana cards today. Definitely join this class if you're not yet a part of it. This is just a sneak preview for any of you who have yet to join my School of Light. Join today at crystalramirez.com/school. Check out all my other courses. We're also reading amazing books at the Spiritual Book Club. Everything is included in your School of Light membership. Namaste.